Hello there. In this video, we will learn how to create sessions in Airmeet event. Let's get started. Once the event is created, access the event dashboard and click on the Sessions tab. Now, click on the plus Add Schedule Item button or select the timeline by clicking on it. You will find the different types of session in here. Session, or the default session. It is used to create for use cases such as talks, workshops, discussions, celebration, and more. Click on it. And under the basic info section, fill in the following details. Give your session a name. You can also use AirGenie by clicking on the Auto Generate. Select the desired tone and add a prompt or keywords, and then click on the Generate button to generate the name. It takes few seconds to create a name, and once done you can either click on the Regenerate button for the same or on the Apply button to use it. Select the session date by clicking on the calendar icon, and session start time by clicking on the clock icon. Session duration can also be added in minutes. Person creating the session will be selected as the host. You can click on the placeholder besides it and select the desired host from the list of the community managers or team members. You can also search them by their name. If you wish to add a new person, click on Add Team Member. Add the member's first name, last name, and email address. Select the type of user role and send the invitation. Once they accept the invitation, you can add them as the host from this section. Click on the co-hosts placeholder and select up to 4 co-hosts from the list of the team members. You can also search them by name or add new team member to be your co-host as well. Add session speakers. The speakers added from the People section will show up in this area. You can select up to 50 speaker for a session in Airmeet. You can search a speaker by their name or add a new speaker directly from here by clicking on Add New Speaker. Add the first name, last name, and email address, or add more speaker details by clicking on Add More Details. Once done, save the speaker and select them for the session. Under the session description, describe your session. It can also be auto-generated. Add session tags so that the event participants can easily access your session using the same. You can add up to 100 tags. Coming onto the Access section, you can give access of your session to particular participants and/or restrict certain participants to it. Click on Select Options on either of them and choose the list of people for either actions. Coming onto the Resources section. In here, you can upload as many resources as you want for your session or add the resource link if you have any. You can upload resources in the following file formats: JPG, GIF, PNG, PDF, PPT, Doc, DocX, XLS, XLSX, CSV, MP3, and MP4. Click on the Upload button and select if you want to upload resource or add a resource link. If Upload Resource is selected, you can drag and drop the files in this area or select on Click to Upload and upload the files from your computer. Now, select the resource visibility, in essence, Everyone, or My Team Only, or Specific Segment, and select the segment. Segments are filters created on the Analytics section. Lastly, click on Upload for the action. If selected, the Add Link button. Select the visibility to either Everyone or Specific Segments. First, insert the link name and then the link. You can add more links or click on Done. The uploaded files can also be deleted by clicking on Delete underneath it. Coming onto the Branding section. In here, you can add the waiting screens for the sessions. As the name suggests, they are the screens shown to the session participants while they wait or in case of the delay in starting the session. Click on Upload Media and add them either from the library or from your computer. Allowed file formats are JPG, GIF, PNG, and MP4 with dimensions of 1920 by 1080px and a file size of up to 500 MB. Coming onto the accessibility section. If you wish to have your live session translated to different languages, then leverage the use of Interprefy. Click on Fill this form and fill in the Interprefy form, selecting the languages you want your session to be translated into. Once the language or languages are purchased, you will get a token, which you can add here to access the live translation. Once the contents are done, click on the Save button, and your session is successfully created. Working of the default session. Once the event starts, enter the event and click on the Schedule button at the top and on Go Backstage button. Start the session by clicking on Start Session and start talking or presenting. Session as a video call. This session can be used for unmoderated roundtable conversations, large group discussions, and more. Click on it and add the basic info like name, date, time, duration, and more. Set up the session access if required. Click on the Save button, and there your session is created. Working of a video call session. Click on the Schedule button and then on Start Session button and join the session with other participants for a meeting or discussions. Pre-recorded video session. Create quick automated pre-recorded session in Airmeet. Pre-recorded sessions offer flexibility, accessibility, quality control, cost effectiveness, content preservation, and enhanced engagement, making them a convenient and efficient way to deliver content to diverse audiences. Click on it and add the basic details like name, date, time, except for the session duration, which will be the length of the video added. To upload a video, click on Upload Videos to upload them from your computer or select them from the video library. The video length will be set according to the duration of the session. Set up the session access, resources, and branding afterwards as required. And lastly, save the session. Working of the pre-recorded video session. Click on the Schedule button and click on Go Backstage button and start the session by clicking on Start Session, and your pre-recorded video will play. Stream into Airmeet session. Use this session to broadcast contents from third-party platforms into an Airmeet session using RTMP. Click on it and fill in the session details. You can click on View Stream Keys to view or copy the server URL and stream key and save the session. Working of the stream into Airmeet session. First, start the session at the third-party source. Click on the Schedule button and click on Go Backstage button and start the session by clicking on Start Session. One-on-one speed networking session. In this networking session, event participants get randomly matched one-on-one for quick conversations for a set period of time. Click on it, and while adding the basic info, also set up the duration of the one-on-one chat duration while networking by clicking on the arrows. Choose to allow or disallow the time extension. If allowed, set up the timing in minutes by which they can extend the chat. Set up the matching rules. First rule has a default setting where anyone can match with anyone. If you select the rule-based matching, then you can either match the participants by the selected segments or disallow them from matching. Click on Select Segment and select them as you want. You can find the details of the match on the right. More rules can be added by clicking on Add Another Rule. And lastly, click on Done after the setup. You do not have to add host, co-hosts, or speakers for this session. Fill in other details and save the session. Working of the one-on-one speed networking session. Click on the Schedule button and click on Start Session button to start the session and network with the participants. You will be randomly matched with the participants. You can turn on or off the camera and microphone, use chat box, and use the audio and video settings if required. When matched with a participant, click on Next Match for a new match, or you can also extend the networking time after it ends or exit the session. Fluid Space Session. In this session type, participants can move around to start conversations with others in their proximity. Click on it and input the session details and save it. You do not have to add host, co-host, or speakers for this session as well. Working of the Fluid Space Session. Click on the Schedule button and click on Start Session button to start the session and network with the participants. You can use the arrows on your keyboard to move around and about the proximity of the participants. You also have the camera and microphone options, emoji reactions, camera microphone virtual background setting. And as the host, you can also send out the announcements. Break Session. Break Session, as the name suggests, is nothing but a placeholder to remind participants about the tea, coffee, lunch breaks, or small stops in between the sessions. Click on it and fill in the details and save. That's it. Working of the break session. Break session cannot be started. It only indicates that the participants can take a break for a given time frame. Booth session. You will be able to create booth sessions once the booths are added. It is applicable only to virtual format events. Click on it and fill in the details, such as event name, date, time, and duration. Select the destination booth by clicking on one of the created booths. You may also add the event description and set up the event access. Booth session helps drive more attendees to booths and increase leads or value for the exhibitors. Working of the booth session. Click on the Schedule button and click on Start Session button to start the booth session. Participants will be able to join the booth added to the session and further engage inside it. That's all for today. Hope you found this video helpful. Thank you for watching.